And, this brings me to how do we cope with when, our love reaches a plateau. And in this instance, I'm going to address those of us that are already married. Alhamdulillah, like I said, I've been married about 23 years now. When I look at the totality of my married years, Alhamdulillah, I'm always grateful to Allah. But it doesn't mean we haven't had our years of, how do they say it? Our phases in our marital life where I've not thought that, shame it was one chance, bye. Every marriage goes through, ups and downs. It's a plateau. But, you bring something from when you're, the highs of your marriage. That's what, that energy that you used to ride when you now reach that plateau so that you can rise again. Honestly, no marriage is 100% beautiful all the time. If your marriage is looking like it's 100% beautiful, please, after this session, you and your husband, you and your wife, just sit down and call yourself and sit down and tell yourself the truth, because you have been pretending. That's the truth of the matter. You have been pretending. One or both of you have been pretending to each other. There's no marriage that is 100% beautiful 100% of the time. Even let's look at the life of the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In the Sirah, his life is such a beautiful example. And with each of his many wives, we have lessons to learn. Even Aisha, that we all know was his most beloved. They had quarrels. They would quarrel, they had their moments where they were, it was beautiful. They also had their moments when they had issues, as any normal couple should. To the extent that even when her father came, and was like, I wanted to even come and report somebody. See how my daughter is even talking to a whole prophet. May Allah be pleased with them all. So we see that no marriage can be 100%. So that's the reality that we need to. If we are looking for that kind of marriage, then we obviously still have some mindsets that we need to change. Are we getting it? But what do we do when we hit those plateaus? What do we do? Realistically, how many of us here that are married have what we call coaches or mentors? People that we can go to when we think, we need that pep talk. We need somebody to, to help us bring our ginger back. How many of us have mentors? Some of us, we have returnerships, we have HMOs, we have hospitals that we go to. We have the pediatrician that we take our children to when they are ill. We have our dentists that we go to for regular, dental checkup. We have our gynaes. We have our general practitioners. How many of us have our mental health therapist? Again, this is not as an advert for people like me. But if we put the same attitude that we gave to other aspects of our life, we have our financial advisors, our accountants and all that. Even insurance, some of us here, we insure our cars in anticipation that, something could go wrong within a year, so that somebody else will help us bear the burden. How many of us have coaches, mentors, therapists that are helping us bear the burdens that necessarily come with marriage? Marriage is a huge responsibility. It's a huge phase in our life. When we get married, many of us, we get married within the 25 to 30 brackets on average. And we always pray that we live to a ripe old age. So we probably want to live to 80, 85, some of us even want 100. And if Allah wills, we want to be married to this same person. That's a long time. Many, many, many decades of being married. So you don't want to be married to the wrong person. You don't want to be married to the wrong person. How do you enjoy the best of both worlds while being married to this person? I'm just dropping these questions for us to think about. We can't address all the issues in 45 minutes or 1 hour. But I hope that across the different phases that we are in our lives now, whether we are single, whether we are in that, excited phase of I'm about to start a new life with somebody in marriage, or we're already married. We're already married, and are we looking back with regret, or are we looking forward to continued joy in our relationship? Whichever state we are, is never too late to make a turnaround. That's the truth of the matter. It is never too late.